Hey, it's Kirby. Happy Friday. I am going to give you a studio update, as I always do on Friday, of what I've been working on this whole week. So I started my week really strong, working on my writing. And my writing is at this point with the stories that I'm working on where they're getting close, but I know there's like a big change that I have to make that's kind of like been in the back of my head the whole time, but you kind of don't want to do it because you know it's a domino effect and it's going to affect everything. And it's kind of like surgery. It's very surgical. You have to go in to make this change and watch for everything that it, cause and effect happens. And I find the same thing with my painting. When we're almost finished with the painting, and then something big has to change, or you're gonna have to do a big surgical move to get something to pop. Just that extra bit, but it's a big effort. I call it surgery, because that's what you have to do. So I'm doing surgery on some of my writing this week, so that is a big job, and it requires me to take apart the whole manuscript and put it into index cards all over my kitchen, all over several rooms of my house even. But you guys remember I showed you this pink quilt that was kind of a scrappy quilt on my Instagram. It was like pink and coral and white. Well, I'm finally quilting that. It's kind of been sitting, the quilt top's been sitting for a while, and I'm ready to get this blanket done. And I really was waiting for a vision of what to do on the back of the quilt. And so I decided to quilt it with these scalloped shell-like circle waves, whatever you want to call them, scales. And so I started doing that, and that's totally new to me. I've never done anything like that before. So I'm getting to try that out on my machine, and that is a slow process, but has been really, really good. So as you guys heard, my mini quilt caught fire and I started over, but really no problem at all because I whipped out another one really quick. And I got to spend a little bit more time kind of designing this one. I decided to put on these little, they're called Yoyos, and how stinking cute are Yoyos. So I made a bunch of those using So Wonderful, and this came from the Heartland quilt shop. This was actually a gift for my birthday, and I'm pairing them up on the different rainbow squares, and it looks like little cakes, they're so cute. So I'm just over the moon about the Yoyos. I think they're adorable. I also have been working on some gifts for a couple of friends, and I'm using the English paper piecing technique, just like I'm using the English paper piecing for the mini quilt. And I'm addicted to this English paper piecing. I really am. You basically take these papers and you glue the fabric, or you can baste it too, but you glue the fabric around the piece of paper, and then you hold them together and just sew them along the edge. And it's so neat, and it's so quick, and it's so portable. I love how I can just take a few pieces, to my appointments, and just put them in my purse and pull them out and give it a quick stitch. And then when they call my name, I can just shove it right away and get on with my day. So I'm loving that, and I'm doing these for some gifts, for some wearable items that I'll definitely share when the time comes. The interesting thing about English paper piecing is, it uses these shapes that are all tessellating shapes, meaning that they can all fit together perfectly. And it's just really neat and mind-boggling, all the different designs and all the different fun, stuff that you can do. So again, my addiction, I don't see leaving it anytime soon. So this week, I was also at the hospital a lot for appointments and actually a procedure, and we do have reason to believe that the vasculitis that I've been fighting this past year, I'm actually still on treatment for the flare that hospitalized me last year. And unfortunately, we do think that the vasculitis is coming back, but we've caught it early, and we're, getting right to the bottom of it. So it can be really difficult, but I know in my heart that this is what I'm supposed to do, and that this is my path and this is my battle, and so I will continue to go through it, and continue to feed all of the feelings into my art and into this. This art is just this amazing healing gift that I can give to myself every day. And I also turned in some sketches for a cover, and it's going really well. And I mentioned earlier in the week I was really interested in lanterns and things like that, and that definitely influenced some of these sketches. And I'm not going to show you the sketch that the client picked because it's going to be published one day later this year, and we want it to be just a fresh surprise and everybody get to see it for the first time. So, but I will show you the rejected sketches. How about that? So this was the rejected sketch, and this was something I was kind of tooling on before. And you know, one of the things about this piece is that I really had to play with that hat silhouette. For a while there, she was looking a lot like a princess. I really was interested in I just wanted to draw this big hat. And I realized that cone kind of style, she really needed to have the more bent, rimmed hat if she were gonna look like a wizard. I always kind of test my work, and I asked around, like, what do you think of this character? And Evan was like, she looks like a princess, but she's obviously a wizard. So I had some work to figure out to make her look like a whiz. And yeah, so even though they didn't go with this one, who knows, I might still paint it one day. We'll see. I hope everybody has a really great weekend. The weather's been kind of good here in Michigan, and people are, there's always those Michiganders out there with their shorts and their flip-flops, and I love to see it. I love to see it. So have a great weekend. Hope it's a restful one.